Hello and welcome to Go Natural English. This is the right place if you want to improve your fluency and feel confident speaking with fast-talking native English speakers.
What you have to do is watch out for these fast talkers.
I'm your American English fluency coach, Gabby Wallace, and this is where you're going to learn some new phrases and be able to use them in your next conversation. This is not just textbook English. If you learned to say goodbye in your textbook, you might be surprised when you go out into the real world and notice that people rarely use this word, goodbye. It can come across as way too formal, direct, and strange unless you never plan on seeing that person again in your life.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Janet.
So if that is not the case, if you plan on seeing this person again or hope to see them again, or you want a more casual, natural, native-like phrase, then keep watching. I'm going to share several phrases. I haven't even been able to count them all. There's so many I'm going to share with you, and a formula that will help you to exit a conversation more gracefully. See, I read this book called The Psychology of Influence by Robert Cialdini. And in it, he says that when you provide a reason for your intention to end a conversation, it can make the other person feel a lot better about your exit and about you as an English-speaking communicator. So this three-part formula for ending a conversation is not what you usually learn in English class, but this is so important, going beyond your English textbook to become a better communicator. So let's jump into it. And hey, if you like lessons like these, be sure to support Go Natural English, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. First of all, let's talk about what not to say when you want to exit a conversation. People don't really say these. Like, for example, later, dude.
Later, dude.
Nobody says this unless they're trying to be funny. Another one is peace or peace out.
Peace out, Holmes.
Peace out?
You might see it in movies, but people really don't say this, again, unless they're trying to be kind of funny. Ta-ta for now. Americans don't really say these unless maybe we're trying to pretend to be British, like we're acting, or trying to impersonate a British person.
Well, ta-ta.
Ta-ta for now. Same with cheers. I actually love when my Australian friends say cheers, but it is not common in the United States. So cheers is only used when we're out at a bar or having drinks with friends over dinner. Cheers!
Cheers.
So now, let's break down how you should say goodbye more like a native with a three-part formula. And that formula is, first of all, an interjection like, well, okay, all right, so, or something like that. The reason why you're saying goodbye or your intention for ending the conversation or leaving, if you're leaving work or a party, for example, and then finally saying goodbye, but none of these examples actually use the word goodbye because, again, it's way too formal and it sounds very finite, like goodbye, have a nice life, I'll never see you again. So let's say you're in a professional situation. You want to leave work. I might say, well, it's about time to get going. I'll see you tomorrow.
I should probably get going.
I should get going.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Or, okay, I think I'm gonna head out. Have a good evening. Or if it's Friday, you could say, have a nice weekend.
So I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna head out.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Ross.
All right, I have to get going for an appointment. I'll see you later.
I have to get going.
Well, I have to get going. I have an appointment.
Or if you're leaving work for the evening and it's not Friday, you're working, you're going to see the person tomorrow, you could say, I'll see you tomorrow, or see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
If it's the end of the workday, I might say, so it's about that time, I should get going.
It's about that time.
Okay, let's say you're not at work, but it's still a professional situation. you're at a bank or at the post office and you've had a very short discussion with the person who's helping you, and you might say, "Thanks for everything, take care," or "Thanks for your help, have a good one."
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
If you're at a networking event, or maybe someplace where you just met someone like a conference, you might say, "It was so nice talking with you." Let's say you're at an event and you see someone that you recognize. Maybe you met them before, but you don't necessarily work with them. Maybe you do, but you're not super close with them. You could say, "It was so nice seeing you."
George, it was so nice seeing you again.
It was so nice seeing you, though.
Yeah.
Or, "It was nice running into you. See you next time." Or, "I look forward to the next time." If you're just meeting someone for the first time, then say, "It was nice meeting you. Until next time," or "next week," if you have a time next week you're going to see them, or simply, "Have a nice day." You know, Americans love to be extra enthusiastic. So sometimes instead of "have a nice day," we say, "Have a great day, have a fantastic day, have an amazing day." Or, of course, my favorite, "Have an awesome day."
Sue, have an awesome day.
And these are fun to play around with just to expand your vocabulary and have some variety instead of just saying, "Have a nice day." Okay, let's say you're at a party, you're at a casual social event, and you want to leave kind of quickly without a lot of fuss. So you might just turn to the person who you've been talking to and say, "Well, I'm off."
I'm off.
I'm off.
That's very quick, it's very direct, but people in the US generally understand that you have other things to do and you need to get going. But in some regions, like the Midwest where I'm from, they might say, "No, no, no, you have to stay for dessert or have some more to eat, have one more drink," or, "Oh, I just want to introduce you to someone." They might try to delay you leaving because they want to be good hosts. And I think this is common in other cultures too. Tell me if it's common in yours. Because sometimes leaving can be tricky. And that's why we have this concept called the Irish goodbye.
Guess you did the Irish goodbye.
Do you like to do an Irish goodbye or say goodbye to every single person in the room before you leave? Personally, I like the Irish goodbye in most situations. If there's a lot of people, if it's a small group of people, of course I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone. But anyway, what about you? What do you prefer? All right, here's some other ways that you can say goodbye a little bit more smoothly in a casual situation. "Well, I'm off. Take it easy." Now, when you say "take it easy," be careful with your intonation, because if you say it in a different way, it can sound like you're really upset and you're disapproving of the way someone is treating you. If you say, "Hey, take it easy," that is like, back off. But if you say "take it easy," you know, that's like "take care." So very different meanings depending on your intonation. Here's another one I actually used last night. I went out salsa dancing. If you guys know me, you know I love to dance. And so I had told myself that I would leave before midnight. I saw a really good friend of mine there and we were having so much fun dancing, but it was almost midnight. So I said, "Hey, it was great seeing you, but I have to head home before I turn into a pumpkin."
I better be getting home before I turn into a pumpkin or something.
This is from Cinderella. If you know the story, I think someone turns into a pumpkin. I honestly don't remember right now, but if you know the story, you can remind me in the comments. So I said, "I have to head home before I turn into a pumpkin. I'll see you next time," whenever the next time we see each other at dancing would be. Another way, at the end of a night or an evening, you could say, "Okay, I think I'm running out of steam, so I need to get home and charge my batteries. It was so good to see you." Another, "All right, I wish I could stay longer, but it's getting late and I need to get going. Thanks for hanging out." Or, "Well, it was nice catching up. I'm glad we could do this. I should let you get going." This is one of my favorite phrases because it's like you're trying to be polite to the other person by letting them get going. I should let you get going is really saying, I want to leave, but I just love it. It's so smooth. So I should let you get going, but let's do this again sometime soon. Or, well, I should get going. Catch you later. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger is a really nice, friendly way of saying stay in touch. You might say, but Gabby, I have heard people saying bye or bye-bye. Yes, people do say bye, but it's very direct. And you want other options to sound more friendly, more natural, just more gracious in various situations. Also, we often tell children to say bye. Say bye. And children is very childish. It sounds very childlike to say bye-bye. Some people still say bye-bye. You can say bye-bye if you want to sound cute.
Okay, bye-bye.
But this is where you get to make a choice using your extended vocabulary. So now you have a variety of choices. I would love for you to choose one. Type it in the comments. I want to see which one you like because you have a lot of options now to say goodbye more like a fluent English speaker. So I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna leave a free resource for you to help you review and learn more English. Just check the pinned comment, or you can go to gonaturalenglish.com.